is what your life like. Try to live the life right. People really know you push your buttons like type right. This is like a movie, but it's really very lifelike. Every single night, right? Every single
Yo, we gotta let
night,
this rock.
I was looking at that and I don't even
Little
like
bit,
like,
little bit, little bit.
Christ-like. I was looking at
Nah, kill it, kill it, kill it.
looking for a bright light. See what your life like. Riding on a white bike, feeling like a sight fight.
Okay.
I'm David, and this is David Talks.
I'm Deanna, and I'm on David Talks.
And I'm Dave, and I'm on David Talks.
We definitely gonna get into that song, that new Kanye West song that he's supposed to be dropping today for the second time. It's not coming out.
He's gonna bless us again? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna go with my diaper ward. A lot of people not gonna agree with this, and that's fine.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm tired of walking down the street and an engine goes off in my ear.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously though, I know that you guys are saving lives, and the first thing people are gonna say is, well, what if they're going to save your life? You wouldn't think that? Yes. Yes.
For the ambulance?
Yeah. Sirens. Some fucking sirens.
I mean,
wow.
listen, those sirens, I get it, but sometimes
It's not that real.
I'm watching them.
They saving lives.
I hope you're actually saving lives. Because
Listen.
honestly, they just going to lunch and they want to skip the traffic. I don't know.
Sometimes those things are too loud, those fire engines especially, and I know, how serious that is, but it's really loud.
Yeah.
Like, it's really in my ear.
We gotta get more over here. Yeah. I was gonna say I agree with you, but I'm kind of like, nah.
You're conflicted.
Hey, but look, you was about to agree with me right away.
But then I started thinking like, man, like it's kind of selfish of us
Is it really?
to really think
Alright.
that way.
I don't
Well,
know.
look,
Can't give
I'm
you diapers.
okay. I prepare myself mentally for it. Just before it happens, if I see a truck.
I ain't got
Yeah.
time to
Once I
mentally
hear
prepare.
once I hear the I already know the
Man.
possibilities
That's
of
all they need to do is the
is loud.
Nah,
That-
people
that-
don't move though.
That horn, what?
Or they want to get hit
You
like
don't
me.
want
I got hit by
You got hit by what?
an emergency truck.
You got hit by
yeah.
what?
Yeah, they took off my mirror.
See, but that's the irresponsible.
They went on the other side of the street. I don't know. By the way, you get 5 diapers for that. I don't know if I gave them diapers, but
Nah,
you get 5 diapers for that. I had to
that's
come out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think our inconvenience warrants the bad doers of ambulance dudes, man.
No, listen.
I hate it too, but it's like,
First off, I understand.
I ain't trying to convince you, but
I'm just saying, like, I know it's a hard job and on a serious note, but for those guys that just want to, pass the light.
Get to lunch
After
early.
you pass a certain block, and I get it, you gotta let everybody know you're coming down the street, especially in a small block. Sometimes I'm just like, could you just seriously? All right. I'm not gonna give them 5 diapers,
that's
but
crazy.
I want to.
I
want to.
truth, man. Live your truth.
Right? No, I've been mentally actually preparing myself to be able to deal with it. It's like you gotta go there. Like it's a real thing.
I mean, I think that's the price you pay living in a small,
In a city?
not in a city, in a very secluded. Like,
It's even worse.
I mean, when you're not secluded in your own area, I guess you gotta pay for quiet.
I know, right? That's what it is.
I mean, I get it.
You think that
Even though you pay a lot to live in New York.
Oh yeah.
But if you are driving as frequently as I am, yes, I'm not driving a fire engine, but I know when I pass the block, like that's enough.
I need
excessive.
I need
It's
some
too
like
much.
a fire department specialist or somebody to explain why they do such loud noises.
I think.
But I guess it's to get everyone's.
Yeah, like I
attention?
blast music all the time, guys. I'm gonna tell you. I have a story real quick. There was one time I was wondering why did all the traffic stop, right? Because I'm blasting my music, I'm like, and stuff. And then all the traffic stopped. I was like, okay. So I went, vroom. And next thing you know, right behind me, it was like the truck went like that. So I was God. Thank you, Lord, for that.
Okay.
But it's for that reason, I think, to go over the music.
How many diapers y'all giving?
Listen,
She could have
done.
killed somebody. She like, yo, Drake is fired. Somebody
Drake,
dying in the back of the ambulance. Like, yo, come on, tell her to move. Somebody's burning. Ah!
There's no traffic.
You like, yo, this beat is on fire. Somebody's like, yes, it is. Somebody's dying somewhere. And you, go ahead, how many diapers you got?
Oh man, listen.
I can take you for that shit.
You somebody's diaper award for sure.
I'm a lot of people's diaper award.
I'm gonna listen. You know, first off, thank you guys. I appreciate all the service.
Yeah.
EMTs, fire department. Yeah. Thank you very much. The police cars are not that loud, so I kind of got used to that.
Yeah.
Compared to the fire engines,
they changed it though. It's more of alert. What?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm here.
But the fire engine, first off,
that
the horn
nuts.
itself,
it's insane.
It's crazy. And when they put the silence on, yo, it's like my ears are on fire.
For real.
It's so crazy.
Trying to make us deaf in this loud ass city.
All right, so how many diapers, man? I gotta hear it, man. I say 5 and 3,
I'm conflicted between the realness of the situation and
your personal
and my personal.
Comfort.
And I'm not gonna be that guy, but
be
5 diapers. You get.
Yo.
You getting 5 diapers. That's it.
Oh,
Knock
man.
it off.
You don't get 6.
Knock it off. I mean, seriously, like
I get 0 diapers for me, man.
0. Okay.
Ooh, that's extreme, right? I'm gonna be the one in the middle. I'm gonna give you guys 2.5 diapers.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that is honestly, it's really bothersome. You know how it is trying to sleep and they're coming on my block like so loud. I have to really deal with the buses and the loud ass people and all that.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary, especially if there's no cars on the street. Why are you still with that siren?
That is the time that I'm talking about. When the streets are so quiet and
because
wake up
they probably see and deal with things, maybe bikes, you know, anything, man.
I know you can't be interrupted. I know you can't be
still
interrupted.
get 2.5 diapers.
I get it. Like, you know, you don't want to get into an accident. You're on your way to an emergency situation. I understand. And I do appreciate it. But at times it does bother me. Right?
Okay.
Just saying.
Is it my turn?
yeah. Go ahead.
I got
And I love you, firefighters.
I love you, firefighters.
Keep up the good work.
But
EMS personnel. All right.
And the EMTs. Thank you.
EMTs. Yeah.
So.
What's your diaper?
My diaper award goes to the construction workers who. Yo, tell me how this morning they had some big truck just blocking me in. Why do you guys love blocking me in? They just love messing with me. I don't know what it is.
So many diapers going in.
Yo,
people flocking.
I was about to go on the sidewalk again, and then finally they came through and was like, no, don't worry, don't mess up your nice ass car. Just I'll move it type thing. But guess what? It still inconvenienced me. Yeah. I'm taking my kids to school, you know. So for that, you guys want to park anywhere? You want to put
wait. So you saying that the only reason they want you to mess up your car, you think is because you're a female?
Honestly, they were trying to. You already know.
Yeah, they were trying to hit on you.
Yeah, but
the stress, man.
And either way, they want to put their vest in the front of their car, and they think they can park anywhere. Yo, I be looking for parking, so you know what? You guys get 5 diapers, all y'all construction niggas. I mean, sorry.
Oh my God.
You know, that's really how I talk.
That's passion.
Bleep.
You guys gotta censor me.
Oh my God.
How many diapers you give them?
The construction guys, they don't really.
How many diapers?
Hey, listen, YouTube. Look, that's not my fault.
That's passion. That's passion.
Princess Queen.
But no. Construction. They got to do their thing. But what bothers me,
I'm not even done. Yo, tell me how they want to take up the whole block. They take up the whole block with a block streets off. Like, yo, get that shit done because honestly, it don't take that long. They just want to get paid more money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right.
They took up like 2 blocks around my house.
How many diapers they
Get the 10 diapers.
No.
They get 10 diapers. All right, 5. You get 5. You get the max.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys 2.5 diapers only because for some reason I don't have too much problems with them.
Lucky.
I try to like really have patience. Where it bothers me the most is on the highway. When they're blocking the whole entire highway, this one guy was blocking the whole highway, and this was his face.
Just like that
It was 2:30 in the morning, right? And he's blocking the only highway, like we can't exit off. And he got this face staring at, it seemed like he was staring at me or whoever dares to challenge his authority.
Nah, he's trying to protect the
I mean, it's like almost like he's like I would say antagonizing the situation. Like, go ahead, drive
Well,
past
he was
me.
probably cursed out the whole night though too.
That's true. You never know how many people.
Man, I'm over here playing devil's advocate, but I don't know.
No,
They
it's
know
good.
that. They
It's
know
another way to look at it. Maybe he's
They
pissed
know
off
too.
and he's like, I dare you to pass me. And to be honest with you, I could have just literally drove right past me. It wasn't like anything was on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they were doing, but it was.
You probably would have been like, yo, drive past. You would have like ended off of a bridge just so.
Yeah, I mean, but it was at least 30 minutes or more.
You pass him, he like.
I mean, you know what? So I'm gonna say 2.5 diapers.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's cool,
I
man.
I guess I feel it personally. You
Nah,
know,
yeah.
when
Someone
I'm
you
locked
feel
in
it
so
personally.
often, come on, guys. Like,
Nah, yeah.
I will move
Yeah.
your cones. I
And it
need
kind
a
of
part.
it triggered you. It reminded
Oh, yeah.
you of the
Yes.
bus dude. Watch that episode. It was funny. Yeah. The big bus dude, man.
What you got?
Goodness.
What's your diapers?
He gets a diaper for me. That's
One?
definitely yeah.
Okay.
Just cause it happened to you, it didn't happen to me. So
It's
it's
true.
like but I feel your energy. I'm like, oh.
It was that big truck too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do I really gotta go on the sidewalk again?
Yeah.
He's like, I like a woman who takes control. I'm like, move your truck.
Yo.
He gets 2 diapers. Nah.
I wonder how many times have you said that?
Yeah.
That's a real question.
How many-
He put the truck there just to say that.
For
to
real.
He got 2 diapers. All right, mine's a little different.
What you got?
Dave East gets a diaper award from me. Man.
Dave
Shout out
East?
to Dave East. He's a lyrical genius. But he put out a project called Godfather 4. So it was trending everywhere. I didn't know I had to do with music. I'm over here, Godfather 4. Oh my God. It's just music. Shout out to Dave East though. I was so pissed though. I'm like, Godfather 4. I'm over here
Like a movie
sweating.
movie?
You know it's a real movie.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
let's go. I'm about to put that on my let's go and all that.
Let it go. It was
It's
like,
over here. No, now it's let it go for that. Because now I'm like, oh, this is just music. Oh, man. But I'm excited to hear some Davies. But he still get them diapers, man. He
How many diapers did he get?
got like 2 solid shitty diapers, man.
Really?
Yeah.
He was that disappointed?
you know,
I was that disappointed. I was pissed off. I ain't gonna hold you. They did that on purpose. That was marketing. Godfather 4.
I mean, I get
That's
it.
a little
I
lighthearted
get it.
than
I
theirs.
get it.
Emergency services and truck drivers, but me is that is personal to me. So
yeah.
marketing.
I hope he makes it
misleading.
though, even though he's street known, but like,
Nah, I want him. I mean, he's garnishing attention. It's trending on Twitter,
yeah,
trending on Instagram. Nas is featured on
that's
that.
probably why he probably needed to do that to, get some type of
Yeah.
notification.
I feel like that to me.
using.
Yeah, with that logic of any attention is good attention
It's
and
true.
all that.
Publicity.
He might be right. He's trying what everybody else
Hopefully it
tries.
works.
I hope it works, but he still get them diapers. So work with them diapers.
I can't even.
I can't even give him a diaper. Not for him.
I can't give him a
I'm
diaper
sorry.
either.
2 diapers. Shout out to Davey. Shout out to Nas. Check out the music.
Well,
Nas.
definitely shout out to Nas for sure.
All right, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna listen to it though.
Yo, real quick. Apparently, they're introducing Nas and stuff in the schools.
Okay.
Matthew has a class. I mean, my son has a class that they're teaching them about like the old,
Yeah.
Oh,
OGs.
really?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Because it's poetry. It's
Yeah.
nothing less than that. You know what I mean? It's at the peak of poetry. So for them to acknowledge that's
I was
amazing.
like, word, Matthew, what you know about Nas? And he's like, oh, they taught me about it in school.
Probably knows more about Nas than we do, right?
I know.
Yeah, but shout out to Nas and Davies. But since y'all not, I'm gonna have to bump that to 2.5 diapers because I'm tight.
I'll give you a half.
Godfather 4, man. Speaking of music, Kanye West just dropped. I want to circle.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to get into it. So
All right, yeah. We might as well go
right.
right into Kanye West's album that he was supposed to release. This is the second. Today is supposed to come out again.
And it came out right when we was prepping for this episode.
Perfect, you know?
Nice.
And you
Divine
heard it in the
timing.
beginning.
We heard a couple of songs.
Ooh, it was fire. Like, you guys gotta get on that.
So, all right. So, elephant in the room.
What's that?
It's about God.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it is about God, and you know what?
Not just God. It's about Jesus.
Jesus, yes.
Well, yeah, the name of the what is it? Jesus is King, right? The name of the album.
Yeah, Jesus King and
Yandi.
I don't know.
Yandy Smith, I think his name.
No,
I'm not
Yandi is also they call it Yandi. I don't know.
I guess I don't know, man. I didn't even look at too much, but yeah. What's up? How you feel about it?
I feel that it's great, and it's not corny.
Mhm.
Like it don't just sound like regular stuff that you would hear if you was going to a church.
Right.
For those people that are familiar with that, it's not just God is good, God is great. No, and I don't have nothing against it. But it's like, I think we evolved more than that, where we can speak without, okay, you don't speak like that if you're not in the church, so you don't talk that way.
Right.
You gotta, like, you're in a box. This is how we talk in church, and this is the only way this could be church music. And a lot of people wouldn't associate rap music with church music. And the crossover, I think is genius. And it takes a genius like Kanye West to be able to put that together. You know, and I heard it. I heard the message. I heard the choir. And it was put together really well. It wasn't just slapped together. The respect of the music, and you know, it was professionally done. And it wasn't just
throwing out there, hey, this is just a gimmick.
Yeah, you know, and not for nothing, getting back to Jesus Walks.
Woo! Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you still hear it to this day, and it's really like, you know, one of those.
It's not dated or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
one
mean,
of those
Kanye West's
songs.
music isn't dated. I think he is he's a pioneer of sound, so it's hard to say, oh, that sounds old for him
You
because
can
he's
still
so
play
innovative.
that and
Right.
shit.
Yeah, I could throw that on sometimes, and just be.
I mean, so the quality.
You still feel that energy,
right?
yeah.
Of course, the quality sounds great.
right?
But what do you think more about the?
I'm like, yo,
We're talking about Jesus, and
Well,
that's in our society now. That's a touchy thing now. Like,
well, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people that say, you know, Jesus' original name was not Jesus. You know, they're gonna talk about old scriptures. I would say old versions of the Bible, like the Geneva Bible, where they don't have certain letters in it and pronouncing it a certain way. And I think, in a way, it's great for those people that want to shed some light on the whole truth. But at the same time, you know, I don't think, like, what would it prove to just take away, you know, the focus of the message itself versus
the religion or beliefs?
Yeah, you know, like,
what if someone's like, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in any of that? You think they could enjoy the music on that same level?
Yeah, why
or it's
not?
too personal?
Yeah, because it's good music.
Exactly. Honestly, like, it just feels good.
Yeah.
Like, and I swear,
Yeah, I'm
just
waiting
real
for
quick.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say this. I'm that girl I go to church every Sunday. I listen to my gospel music type thing. You know, I praise the Lord. Okay. I heard this album. I was like, what? And I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of like hip hop music, rap music that they do talk about God, like Young and May, Chance the Rapper. Yo, they're constantly like putting that out there. And I heard this, and I was like, I felt the chills. I felt the presence of the Lord. It's real, and honestly, definitely recommend you hear it, whether you believe in God or not. Maybe it'll actually, you know, trigger something. I think he did really great. And I mean, it's not like he was the first person to try to break that barrier of, you know, putting God in his music, but he's doing good. You
so
know?
you think that's, all right, so that's on a personal level. What about other people that might not believe? Like, let's say I'm atheist, which I'm not.
Yeah.
But let's say I am, right? It's like, you don't think he's isolating his fan base, or you think he's not even bothered?
He's so great and so influential that it doesn't even matter at this point.
Right.
He's so huge. Like, honestly, even if he does reach only a certain audience, he'll still make his money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you know what I'm gonna say?
What's that?
He's very trendy, right? Kanye West makes trends. He makes clothing cool. He makes, you know, even eating a certain way, whatever it is. And it's just that's Kanye West.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit afraid of it being trendy. Like, now's the guy.
I think it's good. You know why? It's gonna like sink into their subconscious.
You're afraid of it? Why?
Well, not necessarily afraid of it, but more like concerned. Like, okay, now for those who do believe.
You think they'll get offended?
No. Whoever gets offended by anything anyone else does, that's not literally to do with them. But more or less, like, it's a trend thing. It's cool to listen to gospel music or even believe in something, whether it's God or anything else. But now, months later, that's old. I'm off that now. Now I'm into nothing. Now I'm into negative. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's just going to be a passing? Or this is just Kanye's album now, or his move now, and then that could kind of like how
he's been doing this on Sundays. He has his whole worship.
No, right. But
I think he just decided, hey, let me try something eventually, well, you know
Something
what?
bold, right?
Yeah.
This is a bold move.
There's not a lot of people. Chance the Rapper did a song I heard.
Yeah, he made a whole gospel
Yeah, he
album,
made
and
an
it's
album.
amazing, by the way. Check that out.
I think it's the thing. You know, it's the new thing.
Everyone's like
Being ahead of it.
You know?
Being ahead of the new thing is it's gutsy, it's brave, and you know what? It shows a lot of character from him, where he's at.
You think it's gonna get played on the radio?
I think
For
so.
sure.
Just
For
like Jesus
sure.
Walks, I think it will.
I feel like society now has separated God so much from everything else.
Would you be surprised?
But
Really?
think about schools. They don't even
the
say the
secular,
Pledge
yeah.
of Allegiance anymore. They don't. It's like a lot of things that go on. It's like
Some schools do though, but
some schools still do, but some schools is already out.
Yeah.
It's actually prohibited because of certain religions. And I totally respect it. I understand certain parents might have their own beliefs, but now as a society, I guess pushing your religion or your beliefs on other people is now even offensive, which again I do believe is on the individual. But do you think now radio will follow suit with that, or they would be brave with Kanye and say, "This song is just fire, we
Yes.
can play it"?
look at some of the songs that demonic songs, for instance.
Ooh, that's
Honestly,
facts.
they play that all the time. You hear it
That's
on
facts.
country stations.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for them not to play that it's more of I would
That's a
say,
great point.
Yeah.
I would say
That's an amazing point because it's going to be problematic.
well, yeah,
But
but
what you said is
Ooh, if
absolutely
anything, that'll
true.
create more controversy,
Well,
like publicity. type
these
thing.
these particular songs that I refer to are actually very popular songs.
No, yeah.
People hearing them all the time.
Sometimes it doesn't even register what they're
It
listening
doesn't.
to.
If it's a catchy song, if it has the melody, it works.
That's
And
true.
as long as Kanye West has the melody, it's gonna work.
And the
I
fan-
already see it working. I don't
Right.
see it being an issue, honestly. If it's a hot song and it's getting plays and people like it, the radio stations. This is what keeps radio stations
Right.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing popular
So
songs.
it's the opposite way now. Yeah, like
Yeah,
radio follows pop culture.
I mean, if you want to stay relevant, and you know this is what people want to listen to, and if you don't play those songs, they're gonna switch your station off. Go to find a station that plays it,
Right.
and
That's true.
that would be silly. You know what I mean?
All right. So you mentioned the timing of it that got delayed a few times. We all know this was supposed to drop in
Is this a
June.
Drake's album or
I
something?
think it's revisited. I think he was waiting for Drake to drop his project, and I think
Yeah,
vice
what's going
versa.
on, Drake?
I
We
think
need
Drake
an
is
album
watching,
already.
waiting for Kanye. Because whoever dropped, all right, now that Kanye dropped now, right? He dropped officially on Friday, right?
Okay.
So once he's out here, once he's out here, he's like, all right, this is my work, right? It's going to be hot for a week. Next week, if Drake drops, we're not going to be talking about Kanye.
I'm that type of person though that still will play it.
You'll
I
still
play
play it, but-
the same songs for years,
But
honestly.
all the attention and news is going to
And
be
you know
on
what? It
Drake.
won't be for them. Who cares? It's about us.
Honestly,
you know?
I think that's great that we have these two guys. First of all, Drake and Kanye. I just love the fact that it's about them.
Mhm.
Period. Them playing
Period.
around, who, let's go, whatever. Well, one thing I would say to Drake and to Kanye is that their music is so great.
Yes, it's touching.
So I'm
for
sure
real.
that we'll be playing these songs forever.
Whatever gives us life, honestly, whatever's gonna give you like that. Those
And
vibes.
that's my take on the album. I didn't really listen to it. I can't say I love it yet. So first impressions, it's like, wow, this is powerful. Like getting chills, you know?
I saw your arms.
Goosebumps and all that. And I'm like, wow. And that wasn't prepped or anything like that.
Right.
In fact, I've said it on the show. I feel opposite of Kanye in a lot of ways. I respect his opinion and all that, but and all bias with it, how I feel about Kanye, I still feeling like, wow, this is crazy. This is hitting me in spots that music now hasn't.
Yeah.
Even with Chance the Rapper, which he's cool. I like Chance the Rapper. And when he speaks about God and stuff, it hasn't had that same effect.
I know what you mean.
Like
I heard this just now,
received.
and I was like, whoa.
Well, and now I want to do a deep dive in it. What I want to say about it is the smart thing about this is it's timeless.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You can listen to this song 50 years from now.
That's true.
Still have it's not about the whatever's trending now, whatever is going on in the world, political, whatever's cool, whatever's fashion. He's talking about something that was around for thousands of years before him, and will be thousands of years after.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's
This is
way
worship
that's
music, right?
way ahead. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what I'm thinking is a possibility that choirs may begin to start learning some Kanye songs.
That's
If
true.
that was to
Very
happen,
interesting.
Like our
those songs are going to be around forever.
Right.
the church
Like
people.
nursery rhymes.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah.
That necessarily a lot of these nursery rhymes.
Replace all those evil nursery rhymes.
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of parents, a lot of people in general, they look at these nursery rhymes like they're like just children things. I've done it, but they don't know the origin of these nursery rhymes,
Right.
and they don't realize how evil, how bad.
Craziness.
And I get it, like, and I think it all kind of was something to let's not forget that this happened.
Right. It's history, but it's still.
true. But it's like don't put that in a little song.
It's kind of weird to instill that in your children.
It is very weird, and also, and I'm not saying this was the situation, but it also could, again, like, you know, like certain things that happened in the past that was just horrific.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have to let this live on somehow so people can find out what happened.
Put in the textbooks.
That's very smart.
I think it's extremely smart.
Yeah. Well, Kanye West get on that scale.
Music
He's never gonna be forgotten,
Hey,
right?
music-
Oh, not.
That's how he wins.
Music has done great things.
Right.
I mean, from slavery times,
Oh yeah.
songs was hidden messages and songs.
Keeping people's spirits alive.
I mean, I could just go.
We
on
knew
and
this
on.
was coming, but now that hearing it, it's like, wow, he's really found a way to, you know, put that plug in to not be forgotten. Like he's probably gonna last
I think it's beautiful.
longer than any musician. Think about it. Like,
Yeah.
even if his name is forgotten, his songs might live
That's
on
true.
for.
Yeah, they may not know
Another
who,
millennium.
and that's very true. They may forget the name Kanye West, but if, again, nursery rhymes, if kids are singing them,
Right.
if churches are, you know,
So transcend. Yeah, that's a culture.
You're
thing,
genius.
man. Wow.
it could happen.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm really, really happy for. Congratulations on your album, Kanye West, and you know, and I'm looking forward to Drake's album as well.
Yeah, Drake.
That's what this means to me. Could
Give
Drake
us
come
life,
soon?
Drake.
Hey, for all we know, he might release it tonight too.
Nah.
No.
Don't get me hyped.
That's
Nah,
magic.
that would be grimy, honestly.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you what's cool
Like
about
that
this,
attention.
and I don't think people really understand this. Just like the Jesus Walk song,
Right.
a lot of people don't realize or think about the fact that these songs are played in clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I say that for a reason because how people, you know, it's like, you know, you can't. No one's gonna play this church song in the club because people drink in the club and they dance in the club, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
I could dance to church music too. I'm like, I could dance to anything.
these songs are gonna be played in the club.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
They're gonna be one of those songs.
I mean,
and
Baby Shark is played in the club now, so
it is. I've heard it.
yeah, so it's gonna happen.
You know,
That's
so
hilarious.
it's what people like.
Yeah.
We live in such a different world. I would say, like,
Thank God.
when rap music started compared to now, and
Yeah.
rap music originally was really fun music.
Yeah.
It was about like brother sisterhood, family orientated. It was just a fun thing to do. It was dancing. It definitely brought a lot of peace. It brought huge groups of people together, and everybody was on like that same level of, you know, I would say accord, and everybody was having a good time. Everybody was having fun, and this kind of reminds me of that fun music because it definitely doesn't put you in a state where some music does.
Yeah.
Some of the classics, some of the music I still love to this day.
Right.
Where you just want to get violent, you know what I mean?
Right.
So this is a different kind of strong energy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how much this affects
Oh yeah.
atmosphere, music.
And
all that.
yes.
Yeah, it's just wow. It's gonna ripple. I think so.
We gotta give God
It's gonna make
credit.
people
You know?
more. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna give people more bravery to speak.
Yeah,
what
like we're not
they
ashamed of
believe
God
in.
and everything He
Right,
does for us.
exactly.
You know.
And
Well, and not to cut you off, but yeah, but not, you know, you're making me think about something. So it's like people probably would not feel like they're boasting about God, or they're trying to prove to people, I'm a child of God, so you know,
It makes you
it's
less
just
than.
you just being you.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah, that's true.
comfortable
Right.
in your own
And,
skin.
and from what I heard, he's coming up very vulnerable. He's coming from a place of insecurity, but it's not sad. It's more joyful.
Yeah,
well. Like, I'm
it's
human in
positive
it.
vibes.
We gotta do a full review on it when we listen.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
But I'm just going off of first.
We
Like,
heard
instantly
some
pick up
songs.
on
We
that.
heard a couple of songs. We heard it's pretty good. The beats.
But you ain't know the beats.
We could go on and on and on and on.
All right, so
I do want to talk about the richest man in the world that,
Ooh.
as of today, is no longer the richest man in the world. The
Jeff
founder.
Bezos.
Yeah.
Yes, the founder of Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of things about
Well,
we
who's
can
the
talk
richest
about
now?
later.
Bill Gates is now the richest.
Again, that's what I grew up. I feel like it's a game.
But can I just tell you, he's
What?
only the richest by, I think, 200 million.
But he's still.
Only,
I'll take that 200 million.
only by 200 million.
Well, his worth, do you know his worth is 109, no, it's
Billion?
Billion.
$109 billion dollars.
Only by 200.
He still did that, Bill Gates.
Why does that sound like
And
such
Bill,
a small
Bill
number?
Gates is 1,500,000,000. So he's up,
Right.
right now.
You know what's crazy about that? I just read a story. Jeff Bezos went into a school,
Yes.
like on something like, "Yeah, I want to inspire you," whatever, and no one recognized who he was.
I had to do my research to actually
Right.
I actually was doing a whole research thing, finding out who was the richest people in the world. I learned his biography, everything. He actually has a lot of great, insight and knowledge. But there was also this thing that he was meeting up with the CIA and stuff. You heard about that?
Well, there's a lot of things with that. It's really complicated. I think I want to do more research before I speak on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these little underground
But
meetings.
he has underground meetings with a lot of CIA and government officials.
Should be listening to
He
us.
also has backed certain factions of ICE, which is immigration control and all that. A lot of people don't believe it's very controversial. And in fact, right now, I think it's a strike, like a protest against him
For Amazon?
on Amazon, and 175 known musicians are already done with Amazon.
We use Amazon so much.
And it's so integrated in your life. Some people have subscriptions to for toilet paper.
Yeah, you just
So
get
it's like constant money.
Yeah, groceries.
So it's like, wow, it's kind of scary that we're funding the detriment to our own society. It's kind of, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
very interesting.
But I mean, that's how so it's funny, he's going into schools now, I guess I don't really know. I don't really know what his agenda is. It might be bad intentions, it might be good.
Maybe he's trying to inspire people like, yo,
it might be inspiration. Yeah. But
But
at the
they don't
same
know his
time,
face.
a lot of his beliefs in working with CIA or certain authorities, which shouldn't sound scary or bad to us, but it's still alarming.
Oh, yeah.
Especially that corporate America is so involved with government. It's
Yeah.
like, that's not really, that doesn't make me feel too safe. It kind of makes me feel like,
you have
working
people.
for him or something.
Yeah, I mean, you have people with a lot of money, and I don't say that lightly. So much more money than so much more people. You have one person that has so much. That's a lot. Having influences over, I would say, the security of the country, if not the world. And they're looking up to him based on the fact that he has this much money. He obviously has an intellect that is definitely, it's almost like outwitting the world. You know, if you having that much money versus like just a regular person, you're like, wait, how did you get to there? So yeah,
that's why I did my research.
Yeah, they want to know what makes you tick. One, for all we know, they could just be meeting with him to see who he is.
Sorry. They actually wanted him to like create basically not an iCloud, like a Dropbox, something like that.
No, they already use their network. It's a network, and that I forgot this guy's name. He's a whistleblower for the government.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
His name, Snowden. His name is Edward Snowden.
Okay.
He's doing like a little press tour kind of.
They call him a whistleblower.
Right. He's one of the most known whistleblowers in our history.
Right.
He exposed a lot of government programs, stuff to do with Dick Cheney and stuff like that. He already expressed that our government uses like an iCloud, I guess, of information, which is very dangerous. And it's provided by Amazon. So it's kind of like, wow, this, all this information that we are giving when we use social media, when we speak, even putting this information out now online, we're not getting paid for this. And this is very valuable. Information and data is very valuable.
Right.
And we're not getting paid for it.
Right.
So imagine our data and our information and even the way we think is being monetized, right? And not only monetized, is being fed directly into the government or this cloud and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people could cry conspiracy. It's just these are not
this is
conspiracy.
facts.
These are actual facts you could look up.
Yeah.
Don't go for my word.
Yeah,
y'all already know me. Do your own research, but
always
definitely look that up. But
well, yeah, the whole conspiracy theory. People that say that, they don't realize that that's a program. So for people that just automatically say that, you're only doing what you was trained to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just stop a conversation and put it in a box and it's right there. And that means in your mind, you're subconsciously not taking anything else that person says seriously whatsoever.
do you think it's weird that kids don't know who Jeff Bezos is?
When
I was growing up, I knew who Bill Gates was.
But he was in music.
Warren Buffett was.
They talk about them.
I knew Donald Trump. We know who Donald Trump was. He wasn't even that rich compared to everybody else.
But he was
but we still know him. We knew him, right? Exactly. So even before You're Fired, people every rhyme. He was in every rhyme. I'm rich like Donald Trump.
Who says that? Yeah, we
everybody.
Jeff Bezos. No.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's interesting.
It reminds me of when you brought up in the last episode, we spoke about how money isn't as important as it used to be. I thought when I watched the episode back, I thought about it and I'm like, maybe it is important. It's just that we've been conditioned to not pay attention to money as much. Maybe they don't want us to want money. They want us to want a lifestyle and just have that lifestyle. So we forget about what's important.
You know?
That's a serious topic.
I'm waiting for the days that the richest person in the world is a black person. I'm waiting for those days.
I'm waiting for the days, and this is out of the scary part, that we don't even use money no more. We're content, but not in a good way. I wish it was the opposite.
Well, the richest. I just want to say this. Information.
The richest ever was black, actually.
The first millionaire was a black woman.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
It's my Oprah.
No, not talking about Oprah.
Educate me.
But I would say I can't think of her name right now. But
see, you gotta learn these names.
What it took for her to get rich is another question.
Gotta be smart.
I definitely want to do research.
There's so many names and there's so much information out there, and I know it's easy. We can just get on our smartphones and easily find this out. But condition. One of the things people are afraid of, and I hear it only amongst poor people, if you will, is as long as you got enough, you're okay. So it is definitely a condition.
And then that's not good. To me is
because they associate you being greedy. Like if you want a lot, even though all you want is $1,000. That's a lot of money. Do you need $1,000?
It's not even a lot of money.
$1,000, honestly, I spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
Probably less than a week. It's not a lot of money, and I'm not doing a lot with it. By the way.
Kids are much.
But all you need is this, and and it's funny. We get it from our own family. We get it from our own friends, people the closest to us.
The church, they try to keep you poor.
They mean well, right? At least we care about them, so we're gonna definitely take advice from each other. That makes sense. But
what they're offering.
Well, look.
With that 10%.
Hey! I'll tell you right now, I have no qualms about it. I know a lot of people are trained to think a certain way, to do things, and they don't know any better. But I would advise you, like you said, do research. The Bible says, "Study thyself approval." If you read, not take somebody's word for it. If you read, you'll realize I'm saying exactly what is the truth. I'm not making this up. This is not even coming from me. And I would just say is you can give however you feel is fit, and knowing where your money's going.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to a church Saturday. Guy I knew, I grew up with kind of. I knew him.
All these sirens.
Sirens. Guy I knew from like years ago. He's I think he's a bishop now, and it was his birthday coming on Monday, just passed, and I just told him, I said, listen, make me a promise. Gave him some money. I said, look, go buy yourself something nice. This ain't got nothing to do with this church. It's your birthday. Go buy yourself something nice. I'm not interested in giving
Nothing to the chest.
I'm not giving. I'm
Right.
good, and God
That's what's
knows
up.
my heart, and I
That's
don't
right.
even means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for no validation and no sense of the word.
Right.
It's his birthday. Go have fun. Go buy yourself something
That's
nice.
dope.
Simple as that.
That's dope.
I do pay my tithes, I do, but I'm also very generous in a lot of other ways. So it's like, at the end of the day, like you said, God knows my heart, and ultimately that's
Yeah,
what
you're not
matters.
buying your way in anything.
Yeah, you
That's
ain't
what
buying your
believe
way
in.
into heaven.
I'm good.
I don't work like that.
Yo.
But
Yeah, yes.
no, what you gonna say?
Nah, I was about to get off the topic. But
Get off the topic.
Yo, I got a new segment, man.
What's that?
It's called 30 the New 20s.
Ooh.
You ever heard that expression?
I don't know, but J-Lo.
So 30's the new 20s. That's the expression. Like,
Okay.
you know, like, 20s is supposed to be popping. Like,
Oh, that's what you mean.
Right.
Right.
And
That's true though, right?
I got one.
Okay.
It's going to be a different one every time, all right?
Okay.
This one is Bronx is the new Brooklyn. And you about to say, like, why?
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
Harlem is the new Brooklyn.
Harlem's already done.
I don't know.
It's already gentrified, man. It's already
Just like
done.
Brooklyn, that's what happens to Brooklyn. Now the rich people coming to Harlem.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
the Bronx is changing every day. Did you know there's a tour bus going through the Bronx now?
Okay.
I did know that. I saw a tour bus in the Hunts Point area.
Right.
I did see a
The
tour
Joker
bus
movie?
I don't even see it, and that's what I was about to say too.
No. I saw a tour bus stop by the Big Pun
Bureau.
on the wall. That's on the 2 train, the 2 line.
Like so 163rd and Prospect.
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
a tour bus,
I see
bunch
it.
of people. Yes, I did know that.
Bronx is the new Brooklyn.
Bronx is just the
Before
Bronx.
you
the
know
best.
it, like already, right? The Joker movie, right?
Okay.
Which I want to get into in a little bit.
Right.
Those stairs that he went down that we passed 1,000 times. And never thought,
170th.
yeah,
we go
we
down.
never thought about it twice. But after the Joker movie,
Those
now
annoying-ass
it's a
stairs.
huge tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Like there's hundreds of people
Yeah,
taking
I see
pictures
some
there
memes,
all
some
day.
funny memes on it too.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow. I think Bronx
Bronx is coming up, yo, because we
is
repping the
gonna
Bronx,
change,
honestly.
man. I think the
whole atmosphere, energy, everything.
whoever's still here in like 10 years is gonna be sitting on some property, man.
I hope they don't come up with no skyscrapers.
Oh no, I think it's just gonna be
You don't need that.
residential living. No, they're not gonna change it too much. It's gonna be 6 floors of
Well, I've said
fancy luxury apartments.
What about co-op? They got 20-something floors over there.
I think those days are done. That's like high maintenance and stuff.
But at least co-op, it has their own little section. It's not like taking up sky space.
You know, you're right. I like to see the sunrise and the sunset and all these buildings blocking my view.
I don't think that's even their concern. I think now they're creating their own view and vision, their own skylines, and it's like
Good.
But it could be bad. It's a property value. I mean, think about some of the parts in the Bronx. You could see the city.
Yeah.
You could see some mountains on some sides. You could see lakes and waters. If you really think about it, the Bronx has a bad rap, even with the jokes like Bronx versus Brooklyn. But if you see what happened in Brooklyn, it's different. It's not the same. Certain parts,
Yeah, certain parts still
I guess you would say, not as nice. I can't even. I won't say a word, but to their standards. But now it's very gentrified as well. I think the Bronx is next, man. I see a lot, man. I see a lot of stuff
started. I've always said this: the Bronx has literally everything. The Bronx has estates. Estates. I've said this before.
Right. That people don't even know about.
They have projects, which I heard
They
that
need to get rid of the projects, though. For real.
They're gonna reinvent the project.
They need to
actually,
do something with that.
No, that's funny because I just news today. Just today, they're gonna start doing something where people are gonna be paying according to their income. So some people will be paying like $2,500 a month for their apartments. However, Nitra, if that does happen, you listen, and I've seen maintenance people clean these buildings, and I've seen people,
what they doing?
No, I've seen people dirty the buildings. You know, I've seen both.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have somebody paying $2,500 for an apartment, you guys got to figure out a way to keep these buildings clean.
Yeah. Yeah, they go in and
like for real, like you're gonna have to have a way where, and for people that are not familiar with the projects,
it really was a project, like an experiment.
That's another story, right? But I would just say that they're very dirty,
Smelly.
They smell terrible.
You know, in the elevator,
walking-
people taking shits on the elevator. What is that? Like, that's not dog shit.
That's crazy. Wait, what was the day my diaper award?
You get a motherfucking diaper award for that.
Well, oh my God, I'm trying to say it in a nice way, but
There is no nice way.
This is the way I was thinking. By the way, so these are the things that people shouldn't have to experience. First off, you know, yes, for those people that are going, well, you shouldn't have to spend $2,500 to have a clean building. Of course not. That's definitely not what I'm saying, and I agree with you. Of course, no matter if it's $100 a month or $2,500 a month, there's no one should be allowed to live in conditions like that in a civilization.
Yeah.
Period.
It's insane.
I don't. There's no excuse for it. And yes, you know, a lot of housing people would give a lot of tenants the diaper award for doing these things.
I mean, diapers everywhere.
Yeah, it'd be everybody. Probably 90% of the people. No, I don't know.
More like 50.
More like 10%.
What?
10? Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
I am
because it's not like a bunch of people taking shits everywhere.
Yeah, it's not
like
even.
one.
It's
I
probably
think it
less than
depends
that.
which project. How about that? There's
It's less
different
than
areas
that,
around the
man.
city. I'm gonna say some are worse than others.
I just think it's less than that. I think it's.
And by the way, there's
specific
not.
people.
For people that think we're just talking about New York City, no.
Nah, I mean we talking about everywhere.
There's projects all over the country, all over,
All over
the
the
world.
world.
I've
They just call
seen
different
areas,
things.
and I'm looking at these areas like, whoa.
Nah, it's designed for that, man. That's a whole nother. I don't even.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, we could get into that now and get me mad, but they need to really get rid of it.
Right.
Really, you cannot have so many people confined to such a small space. It's like it's not good for your mental health. Like you're literally cramming thousands of people into this small space. What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I think that's what New York was, but it turned out to become this metropolis, and now
space.
it's being like.
And by the way, for those people, I didn't forget about you guys that live in like museum towers on 53rd between 5th and 6th that have like the doormans and the elevators and the marble floors.
Upper East Side.
And when they come downstairs and just turn the block, they're smelling piss. And they're not humans piss, they're animal piss. And I get it, like all the dog lovers and everything like that, you know, great. But I think there should be more than just something to clean up shit. It should be something like they pee in because, like, people.
Yo, hold on.
Whoa, what?
Patent that, man.
Yes.
Patent that. Get that. Make that. Invent that, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I should.
Or somebody watch it, right?
Oh, man. And I have so many ideas, and I'm really careful with
Yeah,
that.
this is.
Yeah. All right.
Can I throw something in there?
Yeah.
So there's a show called Maniac on Netflix, a series, and there's like this machine, a sanitation machine that goes around and will clean up after the dogs, and it's like a spray, like a blue spray and all that. And I think they should really invent that.
That's good.
You know?
All that's coming, man. Listen, they inventing certain things, but we could talk about that off camera.
I got a few ideas on it.
All right, so let's talk about the place that's opening up tomorrow in New Jersey, the biggest mall in the world.
Ooh.
Told me about it before.
So
this whole time
it's called American Dream.
Stop thinking about it.
You know what? I gotta go there.
It's called American Dream. It's opening up tomorrow.
Let's jump right into
Can I
the
just-
trapper society. Nah, yeah, I'm with it though. I'm with it.
Can I just tell you one thing they have? They have a roller coaster. And it ain't no regular
roller.
roller.
Building this place, man.
Yeah?
It's like a water park. In there.
What?
Right?
15 years building this place. This place is like a utopia.
That's crazy. We should be getting paid for this, man. Shout outs to Apple, because they're gonna have an Apple store.
Apple. You know, David should have the first watch, and it should be called David.
Oh yeah, what up, man?
And
I'll sponsor.
I wouldn't mind having one either, because you know I will wear it
all
the time.
three of us coming in here like Power Rangers with it.
I'll just be like recording like this, like, hi
Sponsor,
guys.
man.
I'm
Sponsor.
Tiana.
Anybody sponsor, by the way. We're gonna leave
Yes,
the
it's
email.
true.
And, yeah, I wanted to talk about that
Yeah,
too.
advertising.
If you guys want to be sponsored on the show, email. It's going to be in the description
Oh,
below.
I'll put it in the description below.
Any reviews, anything.
Yeah, if you guys want me to talk about your stuff.
Any diaper
Products,
awards,
merchandise.
we're gonna do a segment where we do a
We wanna hear
personal
your
diaper
yes.
award, your diaper
We
Yeah,
wanna
award.
if you
hear
guys
from
have
you.
any
Even in the
diaper awards.
comments, be more, me involved. We're gonna
Yeah.
definitely involve and include y'all.
Yeah. And again, Craig, thank you. I know Craig said he didn't create a YouTube account yet, but he plans on doing so. That's
Create
why
your
he hasn't-
YouTube account
He
already.
hasn't
YouTube is amazing.
made a
for
comment
real.
yet, but he sent some personal comments to me, and he enjoyed it like greatly.
That's dope.
And also the people sending me personal comments, just write it on the video. I'm like, just write it on the video.
Yeah. I get so many.
I appreciate all your personal comments.
Shout outs to everybody that hits me up about questions. Write it in the bottom.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
And you can start asking me, but write it in the comments.
Yeah.
Thank you,
guys.
So we can see your impact, but also other viewers can see your impact and your other input. And
yeah, you
can rate that community.
Better the algorithm.
We definitely appreciate a lot of feedback that we get personally.
Definitely.
And we just want, you guys to be a part of the show as well. And
we want to hear from you guys.
Definitely want to see your comments. You're part of the family, so definitely write it in there. Just make a little YouTube account.
Yeah.
Let's go let it go.
Yes,
What you got?
I wanted you to do yours today because I have mine, but
I didn't have anything right now.
All right. So listen, we're gonna get back to let go. Before we end it though,
Yes.
I want to talk about power.
Don't.
Oh yeah. No. Yes, I want to talk about power too.
Cause I didn't want to get into it this episode.
Wait, there's gonna be.
What did you know about it? I know that Stars had an issue with some contract, renewing a contract. That's why they didn't come on.
I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to
no
save
spoilers,
it.
right?
But since we don't have to let it go today,
yeah, we could do that.
I want to talk about that a little more. So, Stars is a cable channel, kind of like HBO or Showtime. For some reason, every couple years, or like maybe even 2 years.
Yeah.
So they get threatened to drop their whole channel by Comcast or I don't know exactly which cable companies
right.
but that affects other shows. That all the shows are on Stars, and right now Power is what we watch. If that's not on cable, how are we gonna watch it? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of affecting the money and the budget. It's affecting the shows we love. So like, how do you feel about like these shows being so reliable on these cable companies? Or do you even think it's just a thing, or do you think it's promotion? Like, what's going on?
I think that people decide when they want to ask for more money, when they know. I mean, this is the season finale. It's the perfect time to do so.
That's
Basically,
true.
it's like I pay up.
Yeah.
I want some extra.
Because you're gonna have eyes on the show.
Yes, it's hype. It's in demand,
These are the things I
You know
don't
what?
like, man. I don't even have cable. I'm gonna say it. I don't
I don't need cable. Not fine.
I'm over it, man.
But
oh man, that's another segment, right?
Well,
I remember when TV was free, period.
Right.
And I remember when the first cable channel came out, which was HBO, which was great. But they had movies on there that was in the movies, and you had to wait like 3 years or so.
Rated R content.
Yeah, it was great,
Yeah.
But now you're spending like $150. Every company so far that I've known has always raised their prices after a year or so.
yeah, they
Every
get
single
you
time.
with that low price.
And then and then for those smart people that know, all you have to do is threaten to leave them. Then they'll, let's see what we can do. And obviously you guys.
Oh, they gotta.
You got
That's
that.
for another day.
We're gonna talk a lot about
there's too much to talk about.
Goodness.
There's a lot to talk about.
Oh,
phone
yeah.
companies too, but.
Oh, and by the way, Let's Go Let It Go. I don't have, and I've said it already about the Terminator movie, which I believe is coming out November 1st.
I heard really good things about it.
It does look good.
I was wrong. I hate the trailer.
It looks good.
Maybe I was wrong.
And I was wrong. I think I said Let It Go before, no?
I think you said Let's Go.
I said Let's Go?
And I said Let It Go.
Really?
I want to comment real quick before we get out of that whole topic.
Yes.
What I think Stars should do is just create your own app. Make your
Right.
own network type thing,
Yeah,
you know?
they have their own app.
They have that.
So then they're good. Like, make like a Netflix, Or put your show, The Power, on Netflix.
No, that's what I think he said he's going to do.
Okay.
If they don't come to agreement Sunday, I think Monday is going to come on Netflix anyway, or another network.
Wait,
Definitely.
50 Cent said that?
Definitely.
Shout out to 50 Cent.
Definitely. I read that.
Alright.
I didn't speak to like 50 Cent.
No, yeah, but he probably put it out there. Like,
but yeah, that's what they.
I'm sure that puts a lot of pressure.
First of all, we're not just subscribers. We pay for this stuff.
Right.
This is what we pay for, and I get it. Like they want their little bonus check at the end of the month or whatever. But it's really like extortion.
But it is
It
that
should be
everyone
illegal.
subscribes for like 2
It's
months.
serious.
while
He
the
said
show's out.
extortion.
No, but it is.
It is though.
It
It's
sounds
like
funny,
holding
but it's
yourself
like, wow.
hostage. Like I'm gonna hold this. You know what I mean? It's a corporate way, but if it was just a regular person on the street, you'd be like, can you please release my video?
Yeah.
Well, you know, no. If you give me some money,
Yeah.
I'll release it. It's the same thing.
Yo, you
Yeah, but it's a
kidnapping
dude
the
in a
show?
suit. Like, yeah.
Hey, well, you know, we need to come to an agreement, sir. Like, we need to sit down
Like
and
T.I.
talk this over. So, yes.
T.I.
How many plays do you get?
T.I.'s about to
Well,
get
maybe.
back away from me.
Really?
I'll hold you. Yeah. We're going to talk
Wait,
about
are you
that.
talking about?
I'm talking about that show. I watched it.
Oh, don't tell me because I'm
You talking about
still
the
in the process.
veggie burger thing?
Wait,
No,
what?
I didn't even see that. Man, let's wrap this up, man. Let's wrap this up. I ain't trying to go another hour.
All right. So, thank you for watching David Talk.